All right, and we are live. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Andrew is doing great. That's nice to know. All right, let's wait for more people to join the you the stream and also the Zoom meeting. All right, I'm gonna admit more people in. So yeah, hello. Hello, YouTube chat. Hello, Rooney. Hello, guys. Hope you guys are doing fantastic tonight. Well, no matter the time, of course, like good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Hi. All right. Okay, I am just gonna admit more people. My first stream. Okay, think you said it's their first stream. Welcome to your first stream on the Learn to Draw Manga channel. I'm really happy to see you guys here. All right. Okay. So, okay, let I'll be introducing myself again. Hi, this is my second time hosting the a live stream here on the channel. My name is Gravity. I am a cosplayer and I'm from the Learn to Draw Manga channel. And today I am cosplaying as the female version of Nanami Kento from Jujutsu Kaisen. It's so nice to see everyone here on the stream. I hope you guys are excited for today's workshop. 8 p.m. strong, ready to draw some manga. That's good to know. Hello from the USA. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, guys. All right. Hello, Go Gravity. Oh, thank you guys. So pumped. Hello, TMNT fan. Hello. Hello from India. Hello, Bala. Hey, it's 12 a.m. in the UK. Oh my gosh, that's real late, Diamond Bell. We're we're really glad that everyone is going out of their way to go to the live stream. So we're really grateful for that, and we're really excited to make some manga with you guys. Oh my God, yeah, Samuel said it is 12 a.m. Wow. Okay, so I guess okay, let me just admit more people. Okay, so now, okay, I think we can get started now. Everyone is going in chat. Everyone is actually like really active right now, which is amazing. All right, so hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter where you are from the world in the world right now. Welcome to our free Yonkoma Manga Live workshop. While we're waiting for everyone to hop in the Zoom, let's do a sound off in the chat. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? Let's see. Thanks for hosting the class. No, thank you, Kent, for attending. Thank you guys for attending the live stream right now. And I'm really excited to learn a lot about manga today. I hope you guys are excited to make manga tonight. Yeah, okay. So I'm from Jamaica. Wow. South Africa, Puerto Rico. That's amazing. There's a lot of Ivory Coast from France, from the US. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. I'm so happy to see that we have a lot of people joining us tonight. And if you hadn't already, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new and exciting live workshops from us. All right. Grenada, Morocco, and then Zambia. Oh my God, Canada. Of course. Okay. From Finland. Coleman said he's from Finland, from France. Oh my gosh. We are wow, what an international audience right now. That's amazing. And yeah, once again, thank you guys for being here and for showing up. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it to the Zoom. And yeah. Okay. So for now, let's do some house rules. Let's in the Zoom chat, let's keep our mics muted. Don't turn on your cameras, so that everything in our session will go smoothly. All right. Okay. So let's keep. Now, once again, give yourselves a round of applause for making it to the Zoom and of course on YouTube chat and for wanting to be one step closer to reaching your dreams and making that manga project of yours a reality. Now, the fact that you guys are here and took the time out of your Saturday to learn with fellow aspiring mangakas means you're ready to take your first step to being one. So consider that already like a huge win. I want to see clap emojis in the chat because you all deserve it. Give yourselves a round of applause. In fact, you can use the clap reaction in Zoom too, so don't be shy. All right. Hello guys. Oh my God, the chat is actually like lively right now, which is amazing. Okay, now let's continue on. Let okay.
I got to live out an incredible dream.
Okay, let's okay.
You must have cheated somehow, right?
Okay. Now, I need you to raise your hand if one, you've been trying to make your own manga for years but don't have anything to show. Number two, you've spent months, maybe even years or decades, trying to write your story, develop your characters, and perfect your storytelling, and yet you still don't have a single chapter finished. Number three, you've been trying to figure all this out by yourself and don't know if what you're doing is even right. If you are this kind of aspiring mangaka, then we have good news for you. The good news is that you are here in the right place at the right time. This is the workshop for you. Today, we're making manga together. Are you guys excited? Are you guys as excited as I am? Oh my gosh, we are going to learn so much today, and I'm really, really excited to experience this with all of you guys. Actually, this is also my first Yonkoma workshop, so if you're also experiencing this for the first time, like you're not alone. Even the host is experiencing this for the first time. So this is really, really excited. If you guys are excited, like spread your love in the chat right now. Oh my gosh, okay. Jennifer is excited. 825 is excited. Andrea is excited. Been a year now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, TMNT fan is excited. Bala is excited. YouTube chat is really, really excited. Wow, okay. I am so happy that everyone is as excited as I am right now. Now, before we proceed to the workshop proper, I do have a few reminders for everyone, especially on the Zoom meeting. So, this is a hands-on workshop, so please prepare your pen, paper, drawing tablet, and drawing software ready. So no matter what materials that you have, please prepare them so that you won't spend the time to prepare during the once the timer starts when we make our Yonkoma. All right? Make sure that you're ready. And then please make sure you have your Yonkoma manga drawing template ready. If you don't have it, we'll send the link in the chat. So yeah, we will sell that later on. Okay. I hope you guys are prepared for this workshop. Okay. Now, okay, there you go. Now you're in for something very, very special because the manga techniques we're about to teach you are the same techniques used by pro mangakas. So we've worked with amazing manga artists like Naoyazawa, who made Wedding Peach, which was turned into an anime, by the way, and Renosaya, who has also worked on manga and collabed on how to draw manga books. Together, they have over 50 years of combined experience in the manga industry. They've done it all. They won contests, got published, and taught beginner students in Japan on how to draw manga. They know what they know what they're doing. Okay. So, Next, we also work with Steph Pastrano, a professional webtoon artist. He started out on social media as a fan artist to popular shonen, and he is now the lead artist to an ongoing webtoon and is also working on Dojinshi. We also work with a pro manga editor, Vivi. She worked with companies like Comics and Kadokawa and worked alongside the editorial teams behind Record of Ragnarok and Unsung Cinderella. And she's helped in editing international artists get their one-shots published in Japan. All right. In the last 3 years, we've worked with nearly 400 beginner anime and manga artists. Now, here are our students in the program. So, in just 3 months, our student Joe managed to go from not drawing anything for a good 5 years to finally finding his passion for manga again. When he joined the program, he got back into drawing and brushing up on his storytelling skills. He's already made multiple short manga since. So, as you can see how much Joe has improved in just a few months. In the first in his first Yonkoma, I think this is a Yonkoma, there's like a lack of detail, obviously, but in a few months later, there's a lot more depth. There's a lot more details, and of course, he's gotten better when it comes to paneling and also what do you call this? Doing dynamic poses as well. So that's really amazing. And if you guys want, we also have like an interview with Joe on the channel as well, a live interview. There was a replay on the channel. You can check that out later so that you can get to know our students a bit more. And another student that we have is Jamie, who joined us earlier this year. He already loved storytelling and drawing, but he was just self-taught and wanted a structured way to learn manga. So Jamie's storytelling skills has improved once he has joined with us, and as you can see, like the improvements are amazing. Now, we're here to take you to the next level and help you create a manga you feel proud of. And of course, so make sure to stay until the end of the live Yonkoma feedback for our Q&A and figure out how you can work with our pro mangaka mentors and make that dream a reality. For those getting critiqued, we'll be asking you some questions, so please make sure that you have your mics ready for interaction. If you can't use your microphone, you can always use the Zoom chat to interact with us, all right? So, now, remember, this is not a contest, and don't feel bad if your work is not featured. We have very limited slots here on Zoom, and we're doing this to learn from each other and grow together as mangakas. So, if we don't get to critique your work today, please do your best to learn from the other students from their critiques, because I know for a fact that everyone can learn from each other in this stream. All right? Okay. All right. Are you guys ready to get started? Type I'm ready in the chat right now if you guys are ready, because I am absolutely ready. I'm ready to see everyone's entries for today. All right? Okay. Okay. Jennifer is ready. TM TMNT fan is ready. Adriana is ready. Andrea is ready. Kent is ready. All right. Oh my God. Daniel is ready. Becoming an engineer is ready. Juan Benavides is ready. Wow. Okay. I'm so glad that everyone is enthusiastic for this live stream. Bella is ready. Samuel is ready. All right. Okay. It seems that everyone is ready for the workshop. So now, before we get to the workshop, I would like to introduce our coach for today, which is Coach Reb. Hello, Coach Reb. Hello,
Hello, everybody. Hello.
hello. All
Hello. How's
right.
it going? How's it going? Hope everybody is
Okay.
ready. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. I will be passing the floor to you now, so I'm gonna stop sharing so you can share your own screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All
Give
right.
me a second. Let me stop sharing. All right, there you go.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what we have in front of us is a very brief um, activity about how to make yonkoma. But first, what is a yonkoma? You might be wondering, right? So, a yonkoma primarily is a four-panel manga strip in the manga format in Japan, right? So a very brief history about this is the yonkoma popped up in Japan somewhere around the 40s or the 50s, where the concept of the comic from the West has been introduced in Japan, right? And it's a popular omake or something that is added at the end of like tankobon or volumes. Let's if you have read or if you own volumes of manga, you would see at the end there are comedic four-panel strips at the end featuring the characters from that manga. So that is a yonkoma. And primarily it's usually comedic in nature, and you find it in newspapers, in magazines, and in different uh volumes of different titles, right? If you read Look Back by Fujimoto Tatsuki, you might have seen this format. And the four panels, it's the most simple application of the concept known as the Kisho Tenketsu, right? So what is the Kisho Tenketsu? The Kisho Tenketsu is the Japanese four-part structure of storytelling, right? And it's divided into four different parts, namely the ki, the sho, the ten, and the ketsu. So the ki is your opening. It's your introduction. For the yonkoma, it's the first panel, and it sets up the scene of what is gonna happen, right? So what comes next after the ki? It's the show or the development. It's the expansion. It builds upon what you have set up in the first panel. For the Yonkoma, it's relegated to the second panel. Then what comes after the show? It's the ten or the twist. You introduce a change in the situation. Uh, this is where the peak of whatever action or whatever excitement you're trying to do, right? And then finally, you get to the ketsu or the conclusion. It's the resolution of the story. And this is where the punchline would usually be. It wraps up what you have set up in the beginning. And um, like I said, it's where the punchline would be. It's where the point of the story would appear. And it's in the fourth panel, right? So it makes sense. A four-part structure, it fits the four panels of a Yonkoma. Okay? Everybody following so far? So the Yonkoma it's a four-panel manga, like a comic strip. It's the equivalent of those uh newspaper comics in the West, right? Like Peanuts or uh Calvin and Hobbes, right? And then with each panel, you try to do the four-part Eastern way of storytelling, which is the Kisho Tenketsu, and then you try to apply the ki in the first panel, the show in the second panel, the thing in in the third panel, the Getsu in the fourth panel. Okay? All right. Everybody seems to be following. Oh, very good. So yeah, the typical manga page would usually include four strips, so a pair of yonkoma per page. Usually they are B4 in pages, like the actual pages, but the panel would depend entirely on if you're working with with a publisher with a printed medium. It would depend on the publisher's requirements, or if you're working digitally, or you're publishing independently, it would depend on your own decision making. But usually it's the pages are B4, and the panels need to be adjusted to that size. Okay? So let's take a look at this sample Yonkoma by one of our students, Yuan. They have made this pair of Yonkoma. So first, let's look at the rightmost one, because we're reading from uh, the Japanese reading format. Okay. So the first one, the title is Demi Season, and we read in the first panel. This female character says, "I can't understand if it's hot outside or not, so I don't know what to wear." And she's making the choices. Is it a thicker layer of clothing, or is it a more like comfortable, breathable uh dress, right? And then we see in the second panel, this is where the show would go. Uh, it expands upon what Yuan has written or drawn, and the female character, to help her decide what she would wear, she looks outside, right? But then the twist comes. The twist in the third panel. The twist is that, oh, even if she looks out, people are still wearing like uh mixed attire. Like some people are wearing cold weather clothes, some people are wearing warm weather clothes. And by the fourth panel in the Ketsu, the female character says, "Oh, that's not helpful at all." That like you get to a conclusion, the logical conclusion of where the story is gonna end up. Okay? And then as we look in the second Yonkoma, the title is 12 Behaving Cats. Again, we would follow the Gisho Tenketsu structure, and it says this character enters this room where there are cats, and she says, "Oh, shh, I have a Zoom meeting. Please behave and be quiet." And then the second panel, it expands upon the setup with the cats, right? We see the cats talking, discussing amongst themselves, sort of like acting like humans in some way. And the third panel, the twist is the cats decide to have these like boisterous, helter-skelter of an event where there would be dancing, there was a fight club, there was an opera, and they are messing up furniture, right? So then the conclusion now becomes in the fourth panel is they are making such a loud noise despite the female character asking them to be quiet like 5 minutes ago. And in the first panel, she also says that to the cat, right? So as you all see, um, in this pair of Yonkoma, both have followed the Kisho Tenketsu structure by applying the introduction to the first panel, the expansion and development of that situation in the second panel, or the show. The twist in the situation is applied in the third panel, and the conclusion of the story and the punchline is delivered in the fourth panel. Okay? Everybody following? Okay, everybody good so far? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now it's your turn to make a Yonkoma. So earlier, Gravity has said to get your drawing implements ready. So I hope you have them on hand. If you're drawing traditionally, you can do that as well. And if you're drawing digitally, then that's fine too, right? Okay. So here in our activity, you are gonna make a storyboard for a Yonkoma based on a prompt, an idea that I'm gonna be showing you later, and you will have 20 minutes to finish. Okay? So that might seem short, but it needs to just be a storyboard. So the rules are the plot of the story has to end within 4 panels. So try to not write a story that has a cliffhanger ending. The punchline must be delivered by the fourth panel by the ketsu section. Okay? Try to avoid oblique panels. Try not to do like dynamic paneling where you would um deviate from the straight rectangular panels. Okay? So you must follow the Kisho Tenketsu structure. Like I said, the story has to be introduced in the first panel, needs to be developed by the second, the twist needs to come by the third, and it must conclude in the fourth. So the Kisho Tenketsu must be followed. It must be read from right to left. So uh, by 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 just logic, you must put your first speech bubble or somewhere around here, and then you go that way. All right? And then you follow the panels to be arranged from top to bottom as opposed to right to left. Okay? And then finally, since you're making a storyboard, inking and additional effects and polish like screen tones, gray tones, cross hatching, that is completely optional if you have extra time within that 20 minutes. Okay? Everybody cool with the rules? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So the prompt for this Yonkoma workshop is you or your OC is celebrating the holidays. It's December. I'm sure folks around the world are going to be celebrating some form of holiday. So whatever that holiday you have in mind is, make sure that you portray that in your Yonkoma and try to do like a celebration type of scene. Okay? And you will have 20 minutes for that. So before we begin, everybody drop any emoji if you are ready. So just put them all in chat if you're ready, if you're all set. An OC is an original character. Okay, okay. All right. How's our YouTube audience going?
I
Are some
think like everyone understands the concept of a yonkoma, so which is
hmm.
really nice, and everyone's dropping their emojis as well. So I think everyone is ready, actually.
Okay, okay. All right. So let us put 20 minutes up there. And we are gonna be are we getting the template? No, 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 no. It's everybody has uh their own way of drawing the 4 panel template. So just make sure that you stick to the rectangular paneling. No, we're about to begin. Don't worry, don't worry. Any more questions before I start the timer? Any more questions from everybody? Okay. No more questions, I think. So let's begin in three, two, and all right. Everybody start drawing.
All right. Well, while everyone is making their yonkoma right now, Are you excited for the holidays, Rem?
Uh, Not really.
Really?
I don't have as much plans as
Okay,
everybody.
okay. That's understandable.
Hmm.
Do you just plan to relax on the holidays?
Yeah. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. How about you? How about you?
Me, I'll probably spend it with family. We're probably gonna eat a lot. So that's one thing I'm really excited about. The food,
Mhm.
especially especially in the Philippines, like Filipinos really take like Christmas like as a
Yeah,
huge, huge thing. So
sure.
like I'm excited for my grandmother's cooking. So, you
Of
know,
course.
just eat and then just sleep straight after.
Mhm.
I just plan on doing that. All right.
Okay. For everybody, once you have finished, just drop your Yonkoma in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and do include a title at least. You just need to do one Yonkoma with a title.
While everyone is making their their yonkoma right now, I'm gonna interact with Chef for a tiny bit. All right. Alonso said hello. Learn to draw manga. Hello, Alonso. How do I join Zoom? So basically, we put up like a pre-registration thing on our YouTube channel. So in the future, we will be posting a lot more about our workshop. So better, you guys better be subscribed so that you guys can see our latest updates about our workshops. All right, that's how you join the Zoom. We have less than 8 minutes left. I hope everyone is already has their ideas down and drawing as of the moment.
Hello. If anybody is already finished with their storyboards, please feel free to post it in the Zoom chat, okay? Just make sure to include a title. All right? Good luck.
We have reached the 5 minute mark. At this point, I hope everyone is doing their details right now. Not really details, but I hope everyone is mostly done with their yonkoma. As Rem said, if you guys are done with your yonkoma, you can already post it in the Zoom chat so that we can collect them. All right. Really, really excited to see these entries for the holidays. All right, we're reaching the 1 minute mark. I hope everyone is finalizing their works. Again, it doesn't have to be detailed, like as Rem mentioned earlier. It can just be a storyboard. It doesn't have to be that detailed. And yeah, if you guys are done, you guys can send it in the Zoom chat. We're really excited to see your entries, especially with the holiday theme. I can't wait to see what everyone has prepared. All right. So excited. 30 seconds left. Make sure to send in your entries in the Zoom chat. All right, time's
Okay.
up.
Time is up. Yeah.
Okay. I will be sharing my screen again so that Coach Rem can collect the entries. All right. There we go. Okay. I hope everyone can see my screen. There you go. All right. I'm gonna interact with chat for the meantime. How was making your Yonkoma, everyone? I really want to know how you guys what was the experience like, and let's talk about it. Like 20 minutes like seems like a very short time, but if it's for like a storyboard, I think that's like more than enough time. And I hope it was also like enough time to like think about what you can do in like 4 panels. Jennifer said it was all right. Do you guys like have any like what do you call this, hurdles while making the yonkoma? Hold on, I'm searching for the upload button. Don't worry, we're gonna give you like time to upload your stuff. It makes you think faster. That's true. If you have a timer, like it'll definitely make you work faster. Just like pressure, there's time constraint. On YouTube chat, better than my last time since I got less stuck overthinking and just true. All right, that's really good to know. Adriana said I could have sent a photo quickly. Oh my god. I'm surprised I managed to finish. I'm so glad that you guys got to finish your Yonkomas in 20 minutes. Alright? Like that's already like really nice. Really cool. Alright. I finally got it. Yay. Alright, there you go. Okay. I'm so excited to see like doing the show part is so hard. I think like in any part of the Kishoten Ketsu is like really hard to think about, especially like on a time constraint. So if you guys like manage to finish it in 20 minutes, like congratulations to all of you, honestly. I freaked out when you said 8 minutes because I was on the third battle. I'm so sorry. Did that pressure you guys? I'm so sorry. The terrible this time did not finish, and that's okay. Honestly. You guys don't have to like finish like everything all the time in like 20 minutes. Like already training is like already good enough. That's already amazing. So don't like beat yourselves up for that. Like give yourselves a pat in the back. Okay. I think Rem is all set for the critiquing session. So I'm gonna stop sharing and let him share his screen this time.
Okay. All right. So we have chosen three submissions for critique. And yeah, let's begin going over those three. All right. So here, the first submission we're gonna go over is from Andrea. And the title of this is Happy New Year, right? Okay, there we go. Okay. So looking at this, it seems like we have a family, and um in the first panel, they appear to be like celebrating. So that's the key over here. And then how does that develop? Like what additional thing do we learn about them? Uh, like firecrackers show up, or they explode or are lit outside, right? So, um, do type, if Andrea, if you're here, do type this line of dialogue, because it is a little too uh unclear, but it is like the scene does appear to be like they are sort of panicking, right? So do type what you have shared here. Okay, okay. So it seems to be uh they are panicking because a cat is missing, or their cat is missing. All right. So then what happens in the Ketsu is they find the cat. All right. So that's the Kisho Tenketsu of Andreas Yonkoma. Okay. So I think uh panel wise um it is a little like unclear on what is gonna be on what is happening or what they're celebrating. So I think some usage of dialogue would improve uh the scene. If you can put your speech bubbles over here and somewhere over here too. And then in this moment, there's no need because it seems like their attention is captured by um, the fireworks outside. There's no need for a speech bubble. So just the addition of an ellipsis here as like your sole quote unquote dialogue would be good because there's like this moment of pause, right? As their attention is captivated by the firecrackers. Okay. And here, I do like the placement of the speech bubble in the middle because it seems like everybody is screaming, looking for their cat, right? I think that's good. And the usage of this would is also an inclusion. Although I think uh, just with the setup of the scene, I would have wanted a setup in the key part of the Yonkoma. Probably draw how I would do it is I would draw the cat like sneaking out somewhere here. Maybe there is an open door over here, right? And the cat would sneak out, right? And then here they find the cat. Everybody is happy and they continue celebrating. So just an addition. I think there's already a fine enough fourth panel for a conclusion. Um, I would do I would do it in such a way though where they have found the cat and they just continue celebrating like how they do how they do it here, right? Okay. Andrea said I wanted to be like the cat is scared of firecrackers. Okay, okay. So instead of the cat now running outside of a door, um, you could draw her like you could draw maybe maybe a cabinet, and then the cat like slyly sneaking inside. Or show the cat just hanging around over here. And then when the firecrackers start, we see the cabinet, like a cabinet over here. And the cat sneaks in. The cat runs in. All right. So just a more clear setup of the scene would be, or of the point of the story would be better. Okay. Okay. But so far, I do like the decisions you made, especially with the placement of the objects. Okay. All right. Let us move on to the next one. This is from 825, and the title is New Year, New Me. Let's look at the key. So it says in this panel, there's a thought bubble where this fruit or object is speaking. Okay. And it says, it's finally the holidays. I can't wait to be chosen. And then, okay, very good key so far. And then the show where we are expecting the story to develop. It does seem that they are about to be chosen. So good show. It expands upon your key, and I like the decision of putting the hand in the right side of the panel because that is the most important part of each panel because we're reading from right to left, right? You want to see the hand, and then we get to here, we see the dialogue, and then we see the reaction of the fruit. So very good choice. And then the twist is the twist is the fruit or the apple, I think in this case. They end up being eaten, right? Then when we get to here, it's the etsu. Okay, okay. Hmm. I think there is some disconnect between the ketsu and here, right? So when we read the Yonkoma, where the fruit is waiting to be chosen, right? And then they get to be chosen in the show. Uh, we're expecting them to be eaten, right? And that's what we see in the 10. But then in the 10, we see that our expectation is met, right? There's not really like a change brought to the story. There's not a twist that is brought to the story. So I think going for a different twist in here would be an improvement because there needs to be a major like shift in the narrative so that we follow the structure. Okay, don't mind the triangle. It's just a chemistry thing. Uh, so yeah, as I was saying, change in the narrative. And then here we just get to a logical development of the 10. So between, my comment would be between the show and the 10, there is a like disconnect, like I said. So my suggestion would be, what if instead of the apple being eaten, they are chosen for an entirely different purpose. Maybe uh do you know those things where you cut up an apple and instead of eating it, you press it onto like an ink pad and they use it to make ink prints? What if that's the story? Maybe maybe the joke is the apple was chosen not to be eaten or but to be used for a different purpose, you know? 825 says, I see. Maybe if I actually show the apple being reunited with her friend and partying instead of being eaten. Um, could be, but there needs to be a drastic change, right? Because you already show the development in the show. So instead of more development, you go for a change instead in the 10. Okay? The key part of the 10 is the change. If you go back into the Japanese kanji for it, it means rotation, it means twist. Like you're expecting the story to go this way, but then in the 10, instead of going that way, it goes this way, or it goes there, or it goes somewhere else, right? So there's a subversion of what you're expecting in the situation. Okay? All right. 825 says, I do like the print idea. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So let's move on to our final Yonkoma. This one is from Ian or Am, right? And the title is White Christmas. So again, let's read and label the parts. Ki, sho, ten, and itsu. Okay. So first panel, the introduction, we see this person and they say, finally it's snowing outside and it's the 25th of December. And then the next panel, I gotta put a scarf on, it's gonna be cold outside. It's time to go outside. And then when they open the door, it's all piled up snow. They can't get out, right? First, I like the punchline. Well done on the punchline. Uh, good choice with the placement of the speech bubble. Like I said earlier, it is in the right side of the panel where the most important things are gonna go. So good choice. And putting the character of the Yonkoma in the middle is also a good choice because you want to focus on them. With the caption though, I do think this is a piece of information more relevant than the dialogue. So I would shift the dialogue just a little bit downwards, somewhere around here. Or you could even go for somewhere around here, right? So the caption would be here, and either of these two would be good. Okay. But then let's follow the paneling that Ian has decided. Okay. So here, again, main character near the center of the panel, always good. I do think that just putting the dialogue over here is made so that there's variety in the placement of the dialogue. I think that's okay, but um, there is a more there's a usual way to do it, I think. But I do get the intention, right? Like more variety in the placement of the bubbles. Uh, I think what suggestion I could do is, or what I can imagine you could do is splitting this speech bubble where uh he says the first part over here, and then on the other side, the continuation of the dialogue is put. Like here, he says, "I gotta put a scarf on." Ellipsis. It's gonna be cold outside over here. So X is this part, and then Y is this part. Then here, good choice again with the dialogue placement on the right, center panel for, or center of the panel for the main character. And good punchline. I like the punchline. It's funny. It's short. It's delivered abrupt or a punchy. And just a minor suggestion when you are making a character speak from off screen, what you can use instead of the traditional speech bubble with the bubble tail poking outside is you can do a inverted tail speech bubble where it looks like this or it looks like this depending on where the character is going to go. So what this implies is somebody is speaking, but they are not visible in the panel. Uh, hmm. One additional suggestion I do want to make is you want to always see your characters reacting or emoting. So I would probably turn this character around at least sideways so that we see their face. Like we see them very excited and trying to get out. Like, oh boy, I put on my shoes, my snowshoes, and I'm about to run, and they're about to run outside. Well, just showing the emotion that the character is experiencing would yield a much more like relatable um reading experience for Yonkoma. But overall, I think this is a very good um Yonkoma output. So well done, Ian, 825, and Andrea. Well done. You all deserve a applause. Thank you. Thank you all for submitting.
All right, wow. I actually really, really love the entries today. I was really entertained. I think my favorite was probably Ian's. Like Ian's was like really funny. I love like the punchline in the end,
Uh-huh.
right? Like, oh my God. And then was it 825? 825's entry was like really unique and I loved that as well.
Mhm.
That's so cool. And then was it Andrea? Like everyone's entries are so nice. So bravo to everyone. Good job with making that like in 20 minutes. That's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Great job, great job. All right. So, okay, I am
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to share my screen. All right. Let me know if I can share my screen. All right.
All right.
Okay. I will be sharing my screen now. I hope everyone can see my screen. All right. Okay. All right. So now that we're done with the critiquing session, I would like to ask, what are your key takeaways? If you're watching us from the replay, you can write your answers in the comments. So yeah. All right. Let's see what are your key takeaways in this Yonkoma workshop. How was your experience, etc. All right. All right. Let's see. I hope everyone like enjoyed this session because like I enjoyed it myself. I've learned a lot, especially as someone who's also an artist. And I think like Kisho Tenketsu, I could also use it not only in manga, of course, as someone who studied animation for college. Like this is really, really helpful for me as well when it comes to making ideas. It was great. Adriana said it was great. I need to learn to make the panels less busy. All right. My key takeaway is that a plot twist for the characters is not necessarily a twist for the readers. That is really true. And then Adriana said again, like I like how simple everyone's was. Yeah. And I hope also like YouTube chat enjoyed the Yonkomas as much as I did. And also Samuel said, I think being put on the spot helped me think faster and be more confident in my work. Right, right, that's true because like with being put on the spot with a timer, it really helps you like, churn out the ideas a lot faster for some reason, especially there's a lot of pressure. Bala said it's my first time meeting in a Zoom meeting and it's a great experience for me. I'm so glad that it was a great experience for you. And Kent said, my key takeaway is to not overthink think things. That's true. And I think like if you try to like, just let your thoughts flow when you're trying to make the yonkoma, it really helps a lot too. All right. Okay, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Give me a second. Let me just bring up all of my screens again because oh my gosh. All right. So sorry about that. Give me a second. I hope everyone can see my screen again. I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, so now, all right, okay, I'm gonna read a bit of YouTube chat as well. It was really fun since it was my first time, but I was a bit slow. That's okay, it is your first time. You again, like as time passes by, as as you try like a lot more, it'll get easier. And then this was very enlightening, Kita has said, and I was struggling to make characters, please help me. We have a lot of videos about developing characters on the channel. If you guys want to check that out, it's always available on the YouTube channel itself. All right. If your works didn't get featured today, that's okay. You can always post your work and share your takeaways on your socials, include the hashtag LTDM Yonkoma Workshop and tag us. We would love to see your works nonetheless. All right. Now that you've seen how you can make your Yonkomas better, let us ask you this. Are you ready to take action and finally bring your manga to life? Are you goal-driven and ready to commit to making your manga dreams a reality? And lastly, are you a determined mangaka who wants to finally publish their first manga through self-publishing, joining manga contests, and pitching to publishers? If this is you, type yes in the chat. All right, let's see. Absolutely will. All right, let's see. Okay, you Zoom chat said yes. How about YouTube? I hope you guys are ready to take action. I hope you guys are goal driven and determined to become a mangaka. All right, that's good to know. So, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then we're inviting you to apply to our online one-shot manga drawing program. You'll get the opportunity to work with our pro-Japanese mangakas and our pro-Japanese our pro mangaka editor and of course our resident webtoon artist and be part of an awesome community of aspiring mangakas like yourself. Just like our students, you'll learn everything from manga drawing basics to crafting a full one-shot manga from start to finish. Here's what some of our students say about the program. All right. So here is Cherise. When Cherise joined our one-shot manga drawing program earlier this year, she was a humble buster at a diner, dreaming of turning her wild lucha libre ideas into real manga pages. Just a few months later, she's completed multiple manga entries, made multiple one-shots, and submitted her first full one-shot for the silent manga edition in just 1 week. And then Of course, we also have Courtney. Courtney joined us in 2024 because she wanted to learn how to make manga, and now she's already finished her first one shot. When she joined us, she already knew how to draw, but she wanted to learn more about how to actually make manga to improve her storyboarding, paneling, and overall visual storytelling skills. So, this is what she had to say about her experience in the course. I like the sense of community and friendliness this group has fostered among itself and its members. My favorite part of being in the program is the privilege of getting critiques from mangaka instructors who have firsthand experience in the field and being able to converse with them and have them critique my work has given me a better understanding what I should do and shouldn't do. Oh my god, is my Oh, is my screen frozen? Is my screen frozen, guys? All right, let me like stop sharing and then reshare again. I apologize for
I
that.
think it's fine.
Is
I
it
think it's
fine?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. It probably just in Adriana's end. Okay. It's good now. Okay. Okay, thanks for letting me know, by the way. All right. So here is the Kari submission from 2024 and 2025. So this is their submission for the SMA, which is the silent manga edition. So as you can see, I always love seeing these entries from Takari because you can see how much he has improved. So this is what he has to say about the course. I looked over my previous SMA submission that I finished before joining this course. Comparing pages with my recent manga, it's very clear that I learned a lot. Here I uploaded first two pages from both my works. Last year, I didn't know what screen tone is, how to do paneling, didn't know much about perspective and anatomy. I struggled literally with everything. It was a pain. This time I already knew what I needed to do. I had refined process and it was much easier, especially with the help of the coaches. As you can see, like he has improved like a lot. Like they have improved a lot, especially when it comes to background and also like perspective. And that's like really, really impressive. Now, you've seen our students' results. You've read how happy they are with the community and the guidance from our mentors. So the question is, do you want into? Do you want to be a part of this amazing community of aspiring mangakas? Do you want to learn from pro manga mentors? Type I want in the chat. Come on, I want in? Zane said I want in. Ken said I want in. Adriana, Bala, in YouTube chat. Rasamuel said yes. Um, Samuel Samuel on Zoom said I want in. TMNT fan said I want in. Digital Ghost said I want in. Bumblebee. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Okay. So, if you want to make your time making manga more meaningful and more productive, then our online one-shot manga drawing program is for you. We are on a mission to help you publish your first manga with mangakas acting as your editors. So, again, we've worked with pro-Japanese mangakas like Naoyazawa, who made Wedding Peach, which again was turned into an anime, and Renasaya, who has also worked on manga and collabed on how to draw manga books. Together, they have over 50 years of combined experience in the manga industry. They've done it all. They won contests, got published, and taught beginner students in Japan on how to draw manga. They know what they are doing. And then we also have Steph Pastrano, a professional webtoon artist. He started out on social media as a fan artist to popular shonen, and he is now the lead artist to an ongoing webtoon and is also working on the Jinshi. And our latest addition to the team, we also work with pro manga editor Vivi. She worked with companies like Comics and Kadokawa, worked alongside the editorial teams behind Record of Ragnarok and Unsung Cinderella. And she's helped in editing international artists getting their one shots published in Japan. And for the most committed and high performing students in our program, the journey doesn't end with creating your first one-shot. It could take you all the way to Japan. Next year, we're sending our top performing students on an all-expense paid trip to Japan to attend the biggest comic convention in Tokyo, which is Comitia, with the rare opportunity to pitch your manga to Japanese publishers. In person, by the way, and we'll help you translate your work to Japanese and even hire translators on the ground. Plus, you'll be able to publish your work in our upcoming LTDM manga anthology. Now, this is for you if you are committed to making your own published manga. You have a unique story you want to share with the world. This is for you if you are done figuring this out alone and ready to learn from pro mangaka inventors. And lastly, this is for you if you want to connect with fellow mangakas who seek consistency and empowerment. If this sounds like you, then say that's me in the chat. All right. So, if this sounds like you, then you're invited to apply and join our online one-shot manga drawing program. Start making manga now. And of course, this is a reminder, like we are only accepting applicants 18 years old and above. If you're still not 18 years old and above, you can always check out our YouTube videos on the channel. We have a lot of content for different topics, from ideation, from character design, from perspective, and even starting or ending your manga. Now, you can book a free manga blueprint creation call with us today. On the story blueprint call, we'll map your one-shot into a clear, contest-ready plan and see if you're a fit to work with our pro mangakas and editor inside the full program. So, if you're on YouTube, I think the link is in the description, and of course, for the Zoom chat, I can send the link right now for you guys to use. All right. Okay, let me know if the link works there, Zoom chat. Okay. All right. You guys can check out the link, book a call with us. Don't worry, it's all free, by the way. And we're really, really excited to work with you guys. Especially like during the New Year's, if you guys are planning on making manga this 2026, it's better to start now and book a call with us. Maybe you'll experience like this huge jump, this New Year's resolution with us this 2026. All right. Okay, Adriana says it works. Thank you so much. All right. Now, while you guys are trying to check out the link, okay, Bumblebee 2.0 says, so should I wait until next year because I'm 17 right now? Yeah, you can wait until next year to just join. Fortunately, we're just like accepting applicants 18 years old and above. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you can always check out our channel because we have a lot of content there for you guys to check out if you guys need to learn anything that's related to manga. New Year resolution for 2026, Kent said absolutely. And TMNT fan said already booked a call before. You guys can always book again. Like again, it's free. And again, we're really, really excited to see you guys in the program with us. Nice Nanami cosplay. Thank you so much, Bala. All right. Now we can start the Q&A portion. All right. If you guys have any question for uh about the Yonkoma workshop today or anything related to manga, you guys can, lay them out right now on the comment section or on the YouTube chat, right? YouTube chat, and also in the Zoom chat right now. We'll be happy to answer them. Okay, on YouTube. What if we have jobs? Can we still do calls? Absolutely. You can still do calls with us. Um, we have a lot of students who have jobs while doing the course, so like having a job won't hinder you from joining the program, of course. I'm turning 18 next year, so am I eligible? I think you'll be eligible once you turn 18 next year. So we can't wait to work with you, Mikasa, if you want to like work with us. How much would the program cost? You guys can book a call and like find out there. But again, the call is free. You can always just book it, and we would love to like talk about your manga and of course like check out everything. And okay, on YouTube, while making manga, do I have to use screen tones or can I use something else to shade with, or is it better to just use screen tones? Rem, would you like to answer this question?
I mean, it would primarily depend on the style and look you're going for, because you have three different ways of conveying value, because that's the goal of using tones, right? You want to convey value. So that your primary choices are gray tones, screen tones, or hatching, right? If you're going for a more pop art, a modern look, you can go for a screen tone that has bigger spacing so that the dots are more uh, evident. If you don't have screen tones or if you're working digitally, the easiest way is gray tones, like using a variety of or a variation of a solid gray color to use it for shadows. For more realistic and more like gritty stories and uh aesthetic, you can go for cross hatching and hatching. So entirely up to the style that you're going for. But yeah, those are your choices.
All right. Thanks, Rem, for that answer. I hope that helped, Tamiya. All right. So 825 said, if you join, will you have access to the program and mentors for life, or is it a limited time program? Can you answer this, Rem?
With the new um program options, I think there is an option for that. But
All right.
again, to confirm it, you just have to discuss it in the one-on-one call.
Yeah. So
I
it's
think
better
that's the better way.
to
Yeah.
book the call. And would the program teach me on how to write a better story and convert it into a manga? Absolutely. Um, since we have BV on the roster right now, we always have like these editors notes session, and of course they check out your stories and of course improve it, and of course with the help of the coaches as well, they will guide you into improving your story and helping you all throughout, um, while making your manga as well. Right, Ram? Am I?
I handle all of the coaching critiques
Mm-hmm.
for the students' writing. So
Yeah.
yeah, you will have opportunities to discuss your story with your coaches and the mentors, and with other students, of course.
All right. So, and then Samuel said, do you think it's better to work digitally than on paper? Honestly, this is more of like a preference thing, right?
Um, Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I think now in this uh climate, it's more of an accessibility issue.
Yeah,
Because if you are going to be devoting your practice with doing it on paper, you have to take in account like purchasing all of the supplies.
that's true.
Whereas if you're going to work digitally, you just have to purchase or download a platform,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., either CSP, Photoshop,
Yeah.
Krita, Medibang, or
Sigh.
um, similar. If you can do it on Paint, then do it on Paint.
Yeah.
and you just have to use a digital tool like a tracing pad, a drawing tablet, or any other like digital tablets where a stylus would be available. So it's more of what's more accessible to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, like, I remember that we also have like a video about this on the channel, like digital versus traditional uh manga. If you guys want to learn more about like the difference between like uh the the digital format or like that, I mean, not the format, like how to make manga digitally and traditionally, we have a video, an in-depth video about that on the channel. So you could check it out there as well. And then on YouTube, uh, I've been really curious when making manga. What are the most useful or important skills that I need to know when making manga? Huh. That's like a very broad question, honestly. But like personally, I think like one of the most important skills that you need when making manga is not like I think like it's also like perseverance and consistency when it comes to like, trying to improve yourself in all aspects of the manga. Um and also like from the videos we've done on the channel, I think the story is like really really important because your storytelling skills will really help you with making your manga. A good story helps whenever you make one. All right. 825 says, if we prefer traditional but have difficulty accessing affordable manga paper in our country, is it acceptable to draw on high quality paper with the guidelines drawn on? What do you think, Rem?
Before I answer 825's question,
Mm-hmm.
the what in terms of the former question,
Yeah.
uh, I just want to say drawing is the easy part of
Yeah,
manga. Writing is the more relevant skill, I would say so.
that's true.
Like
That's true.
knowing what to write and knowing how to write it is the harder part of
Mm-hmm.
making a manga.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
drawing with artists, it would come much more naturally. It's more intuitive. For a 25's question, yeah, you could draw on any paper, any um white, like the traditional drawing paper. What would matter is how you would be able to make it into a format where everything's clear. So it's not the paper that's the issue, it's the scanning or the digitalization of your traditional drawing. So you could use as cheap of a paper as you can do, but do try to invest in a quality scanner, I would say so. Coming from a traditional artist.
Yeah. And also like I think like scanners nowadays are like a bit more accessible, especially like on phones right now. Like there are like a lot of scanner apps right now that are good quality, which I've also used like for my artworks before. So, like you can check out like web like apps on your phone as well. And also like I would like to add on like the like useful important skills question earlier.
Mm.
Um like Hajime Asayama, I think a lot of like people, a lot of critiques like said that like Attack on Titan, the manga, doesn't have like the best um
Yeah, his
arts.
early drawings are not
Yeah,
impressive, to say the
exactly.
least.
And like as time passed by, like he improved that art style. He improved his art skills. But like the thing is, the story really sold the manga, and that's like a good thing to keep in mind. If you're pressured to like make great art while making manga, think about your story because that story is what will stick with the artist more. With the readers a lot more.
Yeah. Also, it's not really healthy comparing yourself to uh established manga because they have an entire team working for them.
That's true. That's true.
So
It's
keep
better
that
to
in
focus
mind.
on yourself and continue improving as time passes by.
Samuel asks, for a one shot, what genre would you think would best suited that you would think would somebody or life is like than adventure? Well, there's not really a way for you to metagame the one shot in terms of how or the probability of it being published. It's more of just tell what story you want to tell. And if it's good, the publisher will publish it no matter what genre it is. But there are some publishers that lean towards a certain genre. Like if you pitch it to uh Shogakukan or Shueisha, they would more so prefer shonen because that's their most profitable publication in terms of magazines and tankobon. But yeah, tell what story. Tell the stories that you want.
Okay. So Bala said, "How to use sound effects? How many types of dialogue boxes are there in the manga?" I think like we also have like a YouTube video for this on the channel. There's like a specific video for sound effects and there's also like a specific video for dialogue boxes. Like everything that you need when it comes to like the specifics of everything. You can check out the Learn to Draw Manga channel and check out the videos there. Okay, so sorry to ask again, but if you do join the program, what days will be the sessions? Will the sessions be, or is it random? I know that they're not really random, but they are scheduled like ahead of time, and and they will announce it like I think like a week before, like at most.
At
Am I
least two
right? Yeah,
weeks.
at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
A TMNT fan asks, can a manga artist work for more than one company? A manga artist is different from a mangaka because there are some manga that are made by different people. Like
yeah.
one does the art, one does the writing. Yeah, a manga artist can work for more than one company and for more than one story. Like what's his name? Uh, was it Okubo? Okubo Sensei, the artist for Death Note and Bakuman. Oh,
Okay.
Oba?
I'm not too sure.
I don't remember it
I don't
either.
remember as well, actually.
But yeah, yeah, a manga artist can work for more than one company.
Okay, okay. I hope that answered your question. And also, okay, a question for YouTube. Uh, how often do you think a beginner should draw a day? I think like it's better to pace yourself as well, but as long as like draw each day, that's like ideal.
I think the perseverance is like one thing also,
Mm-hmm.
but what you have to also consider is the quality of the practice you're getting. If you're just drawing the exact same things and you're not like pushing the boundaries of what you're drawing, like you're used to drawing like cartoony, exaggerated things, you're not going
Mm-hmm.
for more realistic stuff. I think that's bad practice.
That's true.
So just make sure that you're getting quality practice
Yeah. And
in addition to drawing often.
also like get yourself outside of your comfort zone because that really helps a lot with improving yourself when it comes to art or anything in general.
Will AI take down manga in the future? Maybe 2,100 years. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
hopefully not, Let's hope not. Because I think like AI can't really replace like the soul of what a human artist can do. All right. What kind of publishers should I keep in mind? Honestly, like it depends on like what type of genre that you're going for as well when making your manga. All right. So I think, unfortunately, I think that's all the time that we have for the Q&A portion right now. Okay. So I hope everyone's questions are answered. But if you guys have like any more questions about the program, you guys can book a call with us, of course, so that we can like talk about it more in depth. And also, if you guys have questions about like specifics when it comes to making manga, we have all sorts of videos on our channel, Learn to Draw Manga. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because we have a ton more videos planned for you guys, and we're really excited to learn more about manga with everyone. And yeah, now, of course, that we're reaching to the end of our stream and our workshop. For those who are still unsure, I mean, you guys made it all the way to the end of this training. What is holding you back? Every dream, goal, and aspiration is within your reach if you take that first leap of faith. Because if not now, then when? When will you take that next step? Where will you be tomorrow if you don't start today? So we challenge you to take that leap. Make that make manga this 2026. Make that as your New Year's resolution. All right? So, we would like to thank everyone for coming to this live Yonkoma workshop. It was really, really fun seeing everyone's entries. And I hope you guys learned a lot from today. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next live. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day, afternoon, and night. Bye. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you guys at the next workshop. Bye guys. Bye bye.